Okay, we're coming, the Dorris story. We're coming back from skiing in Oregon, wherever that is, Seven Mountains, Beautiful Lake, or whatever.
Again, not.
Okay, and I'm going through this town, and I'm making sure I'm going like about 29 miles an hour. And it said the speed limit was, I don't know, 30 or something like that, 35 or something like that.
30.
30, okay, and I was going 29 in the Previa, I think. And the kids were there with their boyfriends, and we'd been skiing, whatever, anyway. And so, all of a sudden, right, as soon as past the town, this little town, which is called Dorris, California, near the border of Oregon, and, you know, their claim to fame is like, you know, we're going to build the biggest
flagpole in the world.
Flagpole in the world.
What? Yes,
town.
seriously. Help
right.
us. There's a sign when you get into town that says, "Help us build the world's biggest flagpole."
With a thermometer,
And
you know.
And there must be like, what, a population of like
200.
200 or something like that, you know, whatever. Okay. So, but I'm going to, it's like the day before Christmas Eve, and it's Ari's birthday, we're coming back, and so all of a sudden, right out of the town, you know, all of a sudden I hear this, you know, siren, whatever, in the town, and like right outside of the town, where he pulls me over. In the town. And this big guy, he looks like, you know, car 54, where are you kind of guy. Okay. Big guy with the crew cut and everything, and I'm going, oh my God, I'm back like in 1955 or something, watching Car 54, where are you, whatever.
Relevant details.
And he's like, ma'am, do you know how fast you were going? And I go, yeah, like 29 miles an hour, and he shows me his speed gun, and it says something like 45 miles an hour, and I said, I wasn't going that. And he said, ma'am, hand me over your license and your insurance, and da-da-da, and I show him that, and I start getting into a talk with him like crazy, and he's just saying, what? What? Remind
First
me.
of all, we got pulled over, and nothing's happening. The guy's just sitting in the car behind us.
Oh, right, she's stewing.
And he's not coming to the window. And yes, she's stewing. And we're all like, what's going on here? What's going on here? And she's just getting angrier by the minute, right? So finally, she gets out of the car and goes to him. and goes to his window. And that's when you had that conversation.
Oh.
And me and Ari, and we each had a friend and Dad are all sitting in the car like, what's going on? We're not laughing so much. We're like,
well, she got out of the car, and Dad goes, Janice, don't go. Where you go? Janice, don't go.
And so we're looking like behind us, you know, and like we can't really see what's being said, but we can see that like the conversation is like starting, and it's just getting like more animated and more upset, you know, and like after a couple minutes, she's really like, you know, all about it, you know, like everything, and he's still sitting in the car, and then after like 5 minutes maybe, she comes back to our car, and we're like, what happened, you know, and she's like, well, he got me for speeding, and there's no way I was doing it, and she's like pissed off, you know, and. And he comes finally up to take the license registration, and he is like really fat and big, and he looks like a pig. I mean, like he's piggish. I mean, he looks like a pig, you know. And
key to the story.
Yeah.
No, this is part of
that is actually part of the story.
And, you know,
and a fat pig.
And
he's videotaping this.
And so then he goes back to his car, and we start making jokes. And my friend had this great line.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that guy's got parts he's never seen, you know. Scott Cummings, wherever you are.
Yeah.
And so, but she's still pissed off. I mean, you know, and
tough to imagine.
And my dad's trying to calm her down, like, Janice, don't, you know, like, don't get out of control here, you know, like. Just a speeding ticket, you know, it's not happening. And like by the time, like, you know, she's still like looking behind her and like, you know, bobbing her head and this, and like by the time he starts to walk back towards the car to give her the ticket, like she gets out of the car again.
Oh,
and
God.
You know, she steps out of the car and like, and they meet like right outside of our driver's window, you know, so we can hear everything this time, you know, and like, you know, and he's explaining, and while he's explaining to her, okay, this is your ticket, this is how fast you're going, here's when you can appeal to court, she's basically like talking over him, saying like, I can't believe you're giving this ticket, there's no way I was going that fast. you know, like, and like they were kind of just talking at each other, right? And then finally, the last thing he says is, "Well, ma'am, have a Merry Christmas." And she says, "Oh, bullshit! You know how I feel." Straight to the cop. And my dad is like freaking out at this point. It's like, Janice, do not get arrested.
Wait, okay.